Okay, so this is a video about the Garrett AT Gold. And so this is, you can see right there, AT Gold. Garrett AT Gold right there. This is a review on it. It's really good. It has very good settings. So you can do ground balance right here. And this allows to find the mineralization that you have. And like where I'm at, there's lots of gold in the ground, lots of in Rutherford. It's lots of gold out here, so I can kind of do a ground balance on the gold spots where it's just mineralized, and I'm looking for the higher purity stuff, and I can ground balance on the spot where I know I have some gold ore where there's gold ore at. And then once I ground balance on that, then it will ring on spots where there's even higher purity. So uh, it there's there's different modes in here. There's all metals, and there's disc 1 and disc 2, and then it tells you the depth, which the depth gauge isn't really accurate, especially when you're working in heavily mineralized soil like what I have here. So the deeper you dig, the more there is. So it constantly says it's deeper and deeper. It just keeps going down and down. So you know, you never really reach anything. And then as you're pulling out the soil, you have to look at all the rocks in those soils, and you'll find specimens like these. And this, well, I'll show you the exact one I found using this. That's the one I found with this. But these are ones that I just found looking around. This one definitely has gold in it, but all these have gold, just in different ways. But this is more of a mix with a silver gold mixture. But it tells you basically where the spots are at, and you can see on the back there's more iron. You can see the red on the back end of it is irony. That's right off the quartz vein. Those are bits of a quartz vein. This is the black coating, which has gold in it. And so this is pretty heavy. This little thing here is pretty niftily heavy for its size. And but yeah, that's one I found with this, just straight up, right in the yard. And I could tell after I did mineral balance, after I did the ground balancing on here, and and did for the mineralization, it worked a lot better. And you can hear a ring when you hear these, a lot of these, when they're mostly gold content, they're kind of ring. You hear the high pitch. You can hear the sound of it. At least I can hear the sound inside the gold, when there's gold in the specimens, and I do a pretty good job of picking out. These are some of the high pieces using the what you call it. You can see the shine in that one right there. That's a good one. That's pretty pure gold right there. That's pretty pure as it is. Pretty pure. Very high gold containing specimens. This is just using, and this is the AT 400. I mean, not the AT 400. That's a different universe version. It's AT Gold. It's called AT Gold here. But yeah. Um you can see the gold here. There's gold all in the soil. You can find gold everywhere. There's so much gold on Earth, and they're artificially keeping the prices inflated through fake means and not letting people understand that the ore contains lots of gold, and you can find the ore with a metal detector like this. And if you just know what you're doing, you can find the ore just with your own eyes. You can just pick it right out like I can. All these specimens I've able to just pick right out with my own eyes because I know what I'm doing. Expert gold assayer. But yes, anyways, I'm waiting for my induction furnace to come in, and I will melt these down. And a lot of this is, you can see there's some formica inside of the gold mixture. So there's the yellow parts is what you're looking at. So you see this, the sulfides, those are it looks like formica basically. And someone say, oh, that's just formica. It's not formica. Those are sulfides basically, and that's silver containing material with a percentage of trapped gold, and it shines and reflects like that. Okay. Anyways, uh yes, this works pretty good. It's pretty effective. The depth doesn't really work when you're working with mineralized soils and you're just pulling out mineralization, but the fact that it's able to identify mineralized stuff is pretty good. But this is like the main one of the main chunks it hit on right here. But there's more down there in my there's a vein wherever I'm at, and right, and you could see the gold on the one side right here, the high gold concentration. You could see the yellowing in the rock. You could see the nature of gold. And if you want to know about gold and how it naturally occurs and looks in nature, then you can look up gold crystals that are being grown, 100% gold. It will have, it's not shiny, it's not shiny at all. You don't see it because it's microscopic. But when it's mixed with silver and locked in, it can look like that as well. But there's one really good specimen which I wanted to make a video about specifically. After I've had meteorite pieces, and I theorized that there's a meteorite impact or comet impact containing gold, basically, during Ice Age period, which hit the ice cap and distributed the materials on the surface where we're at here, and pretty deeply, and we're able to get these pieces, you know. But yeah, this thing works pretty good. It will help you be able to identify all the different things. You can turn up the sensitivity right there, or down the threshold and the frequency for different things. Different, you can run multiple different uh, detectors, and then pinpoint. There's a pinpoint helps you find your whatever you're specifically looking for, your main target. And then you can have iron audio, which I kind of like, but then again, I kind of just look at the screen as I'm doing it. That way I don't need the iron audio. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But the ground balance is the most important part of this unit. And then it'll tell you the thickness. And so when you're hitting, I'm hitting on 99 and getting alerts and stuff on it. And it goes nuts. It goes absolutely crazy. That's what this gold does to it. And so it's basically letting me know that I'm on a gold spot. But there are a lot of the gold's inside the clay itself, and there's not much I could do. Uh, besides maybe just extracting it and then doing sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid. But then that's a lot of processing, and yes, it's just too much. So, but in the future, that's how people would do it. You would actually extract all of the usable material, not just the stuff that's in the rocks like this, or in the ore. This is, I mean, this is ore grade stuff right here, all the stuff here, and um there's stuff that's higher grade, uh, and I look for all of it. I want to look for everything as much as possible when I'm looking through stuff. So I'm looking for the higher grade specimens as well, but those are harder to find. You know, it's a lot harder to find a higher grade specimen than it is to find the lower grade stuff, lower grade ore. And if you're happy with lower grade ore, you can process all this out. You know, that's my pile. Specimens, just this one has this is the one that I actually found with this detector in the spot. Gold on this side, iron on this side, and silver sulfided in there. It's pretty solid. Of all the other ones are more microscopic pieces, and this one's more solid. And so that's what this one found. That's part of it. But that's just telling me where to dig at. So this thing basically just tells me where I need to dig, where it's going to be. And then once I do that, then I can find the ore. And then you can use an induction furnace to melt all this down and turn it into pure money. $4,000 an ounce. You're doing pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty much life hack. You need to get this model right here. This one is all the other. Don't just buy some fucking stupid metal detector. You need to buy a Garrett, and it needs an AT Gold is made for this. It's literally the best one of the. It's the best one for this specific purpose altogether. And yeah, that's it. That's your video right there. So go make a bunch of money, and that's it. Love you all. Hope you have a great, magnificent, wonderful, beautiful, awesome, amazing existence and spread abundance to everybody. Love you all. Bye.